The weather is so horrible, it's raining all the time, it's cold, everybody's getting sick, my children are sick, my wife is depressed at work. Well, she's not really depressed at work, but it's a good example. People are getting depressed at work. And this is the perfect time to make an energizing dish, something that gives you fuel, that fuels your body but also makes you happy. Soul food. And what's the ultimate easy to make soul food? That's right, shepherd's pie. And of course, I'm cooking my shepherd's pie on a barbecue, but you can do this in your kitchen, you can do this in your oven, whatever you like, but pitmasters do it on the barbecue. I already set my Kamado Joe Classic to a temperature of around 300 degrees. What? 300 degrees Celsius? Wait, we're not cooking our shepherd's pie around 300 degrees Celsius, but I got my coals hot because I need them hot to cook with our pan first. So we need a little bit more heat than actual 300 degrees Celsius. That's later on when we're cooking in the oven. First, we need to soften the onions, the garlic, and our minced beef. To put my pans on barbecue, I like to use the spider that comes with the Kamado Joe. It's part of that flexible system that they got, and it's really hot. I mean, it works really well. And the barbecue is crazy hot. Whew. Now, what isn't off Kamado Joe is this cast iron pan, and actually the funny thing is that this one is made in China. And I have this pan, but I actually never use it on the barbecue because of the handle that's on there. So either this is going to be a good thing because this handle will protect my hand from burning it, or this thing is going to burn off. Either way, we're going to find it out today because I'm putting it on my barbecue. Now, the first ingredient that we're going to be cooking is our minced beef. And technically, minced beef would make this a cottage pie. But cottage pie doesn't sound as good as shepherd's pie. That's why I'm calling it a shepherd's pie. I like it better with beef. And if you prefer lamb, just make a cottage pie or make a shepherd's pie, call it lamb. I'll do what I want. I'm making cottage pie by using minced beef, and I'm calling it shepherd's pie. That's what I want to do. Yes, it's my show. I can do whatever I want, right? All right, we need butter. We'll melt it in our pan. And look at the butter. Butter, butter, butter. Butter's part of soul food. You can't have soul food without butter. Now let's add the minced meat. This is a kilogram of minced beef. Now we'll chop fine an onion. And when our beef is gray, it's not the same thing. Mince your meat, it's minced meat. But in Dutch we have a word for this. We call it gehakt rullen, but there's no English word for it. Je moet je gehakt rullen. You gotta screw your meat. It says it right here. I'm not making this stuff up. Look at it. So Google is not getting this whole cooking thing, but anyway, what I mean is if the minced meat is turning gray and it's falling apart, that's the point where we start to add our onion. Now we'll chop fine 2 cloves of garlic. Now let's stir that up. There we go. This is starting to smell good. Morsa, I think this whole China thing is not gonna work out. It's starting to burn already. Yeah, what can I say? If you buy cheap, you regret it.
So, what now?
No, we'll just keep going until it completely falls off. While our minced meat is cooking away, we're going to add some tomato puree. A tablespoon will do the job. The funny thing is that we got an excavator coming by again. Hey, if life gives you excavators, well, you better put them on the film, right? But what I wanted to tell you guys is about the tomato paste, of course. The tomato paste, we used to call it, it adds a savory flavor, but that's not really true. Recently, well, a couple of years ago, they really started understanding it and called it the other flavor, the umami flavor. That's what this is, that tomato paste that provides us with umami flavor. We'll start adding a little bit of sweetness to our sauce. Carrots. Yes, carrots are sweet and they add a lot of flavor. And the bonus thing is it will make people happy and healthy because it adds flavor to the dish and vitamins. 1 carrot to a kilogram of minced beef will do the job. We don't want to overdo this happy bunny stuff. We'll also add a handful of green peas. You can just use the frozen kinds. We'll add a tablespoon of all-purpose flour to help turn this into a sauce. And my secret to a good shepherd's pie is homemade chicken stock. Yes, sir. Look at that color. And you see what's on top? That's chicken fat. We'll need around 100 milliliters of that magic stuff. Stir it, and we're looking for a gravy consistency. Looking at my pan, I'm not getting that gravy consistency. I want more gravy. You know, when you put your spoon into it and it's just all meshy and gooey and yummy and gravy-like. It's not that. This is not it. We need to add more chicken stock and we need to work it out until we get that super gravy look. So I'm going to add another 100 milliliters of chicken stock. And because we added another 100 milliliters, we'll also need to add another tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Stir that up, and now we're getting closer to that gravy consistency that we're looking for in our shepherd's pie. All of our ingredients for the stuffing are now in the pan. Now we need to taste it and season it. Oh wow. This is so rich from all that chicken fat and the flavor that we put in there with the chicken broth. And then you get a little crunch of that carrot. But I didn't add salt to my chicken stock, so I definitely need to season a little bit. In your case, if you added pre-made chicken stock that you bought from the store, you might need to add a little less salt compared to what I'm doing. I'm putting in 2 pinches, which totals up to around half a teaspoon. And of course I'm going to add some fresh ground black pepper. Who doesn't love ground pepper? Let's spice up your life. Now that we seasoned it, I'm going to take the pan off the fire. I'm going to set it right here. Now while it's sitting there, all of the flavors are going to mix together. The carrot's going to get a little softer, and we have the opportunity to prepare our mashed potatoes. This is 3 kilograms of big potatoes. And what we're looking for is those strong potatoes, those solid potatoes, not the ones that are starchy and like fall apart, but this is the kind of potato that's strong and flavorful. Well, we got 3 kilograms, as I said. Now we're going to add butter. And I learned the hard way that we need a lot of butter. My mama never put butter in her mashed potatoes. She always said, don't do it, son. It's gonna make you unhealthy, but we're gonna make an exception for shepherd's pie because we need it. We need the energy. For all the healthy mamas out there, look away, and we'll add around 75 grams of butter. Of course, we need some seasoning, a pinch of salt, and now we get out our old mesher. This is the way my mama taught me to, and it makes great mashed potato. Just the way your mama did, except for the butter then. And when your potatoes are almost soft, start by adding 100 milliliters of milk and then work it in. There we go. It's too cold out here for my mashed potatoes. I need to add more milk, another 100 milliliters. Now we're getting there. Oh, if you're like me and you like a mashed potato that's creamy and soft, and on the other hand you have some of those chunky bits, you're in a good spot here. Now, since this is the ultimate comfort food version of the shepherd's pie, we need to add cheese. First, I'm gonna add my old shredded cheese, Gouda cheese, which is crazily good flavor-wise. Next, we'll add a young Gouda cheese, which will make our cheese melty and stretchy. Ooh, this is starting to look good. Time to put the mashed potato on. There we go, a spoon at a time. And when I said 3 kilograms of cooked potatoes, you guys said, wait, what? 3 kilograms? That's way too much. It ain't. It ain't. It's the perfect amount. Now take out your fork and start working that mashed potato, turning it into a mountain of goodness. And now you can see why we put that cheese underneath. We're building up a layer of mashed potato that's going to turn into a formidable crust. All those little cracks, they are going to be crunchy and crispy. Look at that. It already looks gorgeous. Of course, we still need to cook it. That's why we're going to lower, ouch, the heat in our barbecue. I just burned myself. What? That's a long time since I burned myself. I'm going to place in my heat deflectors. I'm going to set in my grill grates. If I look at my shepherd's pie right now, I can see that the mashed potatoes are already sinking in and the fat from the butter and the chicken fat is coming up. So what's going to happen if we put it on the barbecue right now? The fat is going to go over the side. It's going to create a lot of smoke, and that will turn my mashed potatoes not in golden brown colors that we love so much, but a little bit of well, smoked color, basically. That's what we're trying to prevent. So, to prevent that, we're going to heat up our barbecue to around 300 degrees, and when it's nice and hot, we're going to set in the shepherd's pie, blast it with heat, and get it nice and crunchy. Our barbecue is nice and hot. Time to put our shepherd's pie on. Whoa, the magical moment. See you in around 10 minutes, honey. You better be golden brown by then. I can hear my shepherd's pie sizzling away. Let's take a look. Ooh! All of the goodness is bubbling over the sides. The cheese is even melting and coming back up. Got a nice bit of crust, crunchiness. Let's take this thing off real quick so we can take a closer look. What a beauty. Just screams, eat me. Man, I want to eat this. This is comfort food, but oh man, I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait for it to cool down. And I got one last trick up my sleeve. This is pre-clarified butter. I'm gonna melt that and I'm gonna brush it on while this thing cools down. Make it look extra good. I have a little pot. Put the lid back on, put it on the grill and let it melt. We'll take a 1-inch brush and brush our clarified butter onto that beautiful mashed potato. Make it nice and shiny and even more creamy than it was before. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the moment that the reason of watching the whole video. The time is now, it's here. Take your spoon out and get in there. Look how deep that is. Ooh. Oh, look at that. We got that beautiful carrot color, the fresh pea color. This smells so good. We just need to take a bite out of this. There we go. I was just gonna say all kinds of nasty things. It's just crazy. This is comfort food. Ah, I think I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Don't tell me you don't need cheese in shepherd's pie, because the cheese in this shepherd's pie, it just finishes it off. It makes everything perfect. It makes it all come together. You know, the meat, the beef tastes so good, but since we put that good chicken stock in, it boosts the flavor. As far as pies go, this is it. This is just ridiculous. This took us like 10 minutes for cooking the potatoes. Meanwhile, we were chopping, everything was prepared. Maybe 30 to 40 minutes max. Like, okay, if you're really slow, in an hour you can have this done. But then you get to have all this deliciousness and it will boost your day. You will get full of energy, refueled, vitamins, good healthy food, lots and lots of butter, lots and lots of grease to re-energize you. Get out of the winter dip. This is what you need to make. No. I told you, it's good.
Can I have more? Can I have more? It's like you don't even know what you're eating anymore. Am I eating cheese?
I just want to thank all of you guys for hanging in there with us and going through all the hard times. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. And I want to say a special thank you to all of our patrons and YouTube members. If you're not a YouTube member or a patron and you're interested, the links are down below in the video description. You get to see all the perks that you get if you become a Patreon. And hope to see you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling. Martin, this is the pies of pies. This is the best pie I ever made. People don't even have to go outside if they want to make this. It's just really good. I love it.
Some more?
No, you're done. It's finished. No more pies for Morrison.